What's going on, guys? It's your boy Phrankleen. Um, Welcome to the live session. If you're watching this back on your, watching the playback of this on your devices, this is a live session. So I just place my mobile phone and then just go live and talk about topics. So if this is your first time, thank you for stopping by. I usually do live sessions on my platform, and I talk about pretty much any topic, especially when people have emailed me and asked me to discuss topics. Good afternoon, good morning wherever you are, good evening wherever you are. What's up, everybody? Hit the like button. It's my it's my birthday today. Happy birthday, Franklin. Some of you have been sending me messages and wishing me happy birthday. Uh, Thank you for the birthday messages and hey, thank you. Where are my gifts though? Somebody said she's gonna email me a mansion. I never knew people can send you a mansion via email. Where are my birthday gifts? You fans of Franklin, where I'm looking for the gifts, I can't find them. Where are they? uh, Kazim, my man. Um, what's up? So let's sing Happy Birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to me, me. Yeah, hit the like, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. So, I thought I was meant to make a video yesterday, but I was a bit busy. I couldn't. So, these person sent me an email and said they wanted me to talk about their situation. So, this brother is based in the here in the UK. Okay, so long and short, he has three others, siblings and stuff. And the story, the classic immigrant story, mom and dad came here at first. They grew up in Nigeria. So I think when they were coming years ago, they brought their firstborn, and then later on, mom and dad was able to bring, the three other siblings, brought them to the UK and stuff. So they've all grown up now, and then they've they're working. A couple of them are married and basically flown out of the nest. They've got their own lives and stuff. So the bone of contention is, he said, basically, both parents are now pensioners. They've been here, worked, done all sorts of jobs, to raise them and stuff, which is understandable. But as life happens when you become an adult. Adult life can be really challenging. Sometimes people make choices and decisions. You want to go in this direction, and then life serves you a slap that way, a challenge that way, and then life highs and lows. I'm sure we are all familiar with that. So the long and short is their parents are elderly. He said to me that dad had a cancer scare and all that. They were all panicky, thought he was going to pass away, but fortunately he beat the cancer, thankfully, which is great. And so they were having conversations, and then they're classic African parents, and they just, he said, recently, just during Christmas, the Christmas just gone in 2019. So they were spending the holidays at their parents' home, and then the mom and dad dropped a bombshell that both of them actually said, when either of them die and stuff, they would like to be buried in Nigeria, in their village or whatnot. So basically, they're telling their children that if we die, you have to make arrangements to get our bodies cargo to Nigeria and go do the burial. So the argument started like dad, mom, you've lived here for donkey years, for the best part of your life. He even said at some point his dad built a house in Nigeria, but because of family problems and people, trespassing and all sorts of funny stuff, the dad ended up selling the property years ago because of too much headache. Now, he then found out during the course of that conversation that the mom and dad basically are saying they haven't got any savings. They get their state pensions, as retired people do, which they leave off. And he said it was sort of really arrogantly dumped on them. And then they said, it's your duty. And then, as you'd suspect, uh, all these years that we've suffered, that we have given you a good life, and they've, we brought you to England, we suffered, we had all sorts of jobs, cleaning jobs, care jobs, whatever jobs, we endured racism, we did this. Okay, fine. So if you're not, so the gentleman that sent me these emails said his dad, he was the one. The other siblings kept quiet. They were angry, but they didn't want to, because they were pissed off, but they didn't say too much. And they were like, Dad, like, whoa, all that expenses, you want to dump it on us. And then the dad was like, oh, if you know you're not going to, take my body and move it to Africa for burial and stuff, consider yourselves right now no longer my children. And this gentleman that sent me this email lost his cool, and for the first time in his life, as he said in the email, he got into a major argument with his dad, and he said he hasn't spoken to them, since. It's killing him. They're elderly, because he's fond of going to check on them, making sure they have their medications from the pharmacy, doctor's appointment, spending time with them. He's not spoken to them since December, and we're already in February. So he was just picking my brain. There's a mixed bag of emotions. There's four of them. The two other siblings support him. The last born is like, oh yeah, she believes it's their duty and all that stuff. And he has his life here. There's a mountain of bills and responsibility. This gentleman has three children, his own children here in the UK. And he said his own wife actually had an operation, something to do with her health, something private, didn't go into details. So he's the only one working. It's been really challenging for like the past 3 years. And so the long and short is, the parents said, if either of them or both of them die, they want to be transported to Nigeria. First of all, transporting, I don't get it. I suppose it's the whole cultural thing that, oh, I want to be buried in Nigeria and all that stuff, and then they slap in your face that, oh, I gave you the life. I'm personally, and I'm going to say this with all due respect, I'm sick and tired of hearing those scripts, and I say it with all due respect. First of all, when you give birth to children, it's an African problem. Those children didn't ask to be born. Rule number one, you found yourself between their mother's legs, or the mother found herself smashing you. You made love, long and short. You brought the children into existence. You have a duty of care towards them. And I get it that when we grow older, we would like to take care of our parents. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But what I have a problem with is when people have the sense of entitlement. Like, just look at this. It makes no sense. You've lived about, these parents have lived in England about 30 something odd years, nearly 40 years of their lives. Why do you need your dead body transported to Nigeria for burial? Of what significance is that? So you basically want to financially burden, pretty much peg down your children just because of a selfish desire. And lest I forget, so he said that he dropped the bombshell, and his sister said that as well, that mom and dad, how come you don't have life insurance? you've lived here all these years and you've never had life insurance. And why don't, guess what? He said the dad said they don't believe in life insurance because when you have life insurance, when the children know that you have life insurance, that there was a sort of a negative vibe behind it. It's like people are already expecting you to die. Oh, oh God, kill me now. You see, that's a classic African mentality, man. There is no way you are going to win the argument. This guy said he nearly collapsed. His dad said, "Yeah, when you already have documents talking about life insurance, planning for your death, that means there is a belief that you're already hoping. Who is hoping? Put a life insurance in place so that when you die." Somebody said, "Local man cannot can." So that when you die, we can cash in on the life insurance and use that to bury you. Shikena, simple. It's not that somebody's hoping that you die or wishing that you die, because it's thank you. It's a very wicked and evil African mentality. It's selfishness on steroids. It's unbelievable. And this is why I get some old African folks, they always send me emails and oh, Phrankleen, Oti Dakata, Oti Sono Sinyo Imbo, some of the things you are saying, I want to shower, I'm going to sit down, you keep quiet. It's evil. Your children have their own lives. They have their own bills. They have rent, they have taxes, they have everything to pay for. Because to actually ship a body to Nigeria, a dead body to Nigeria, if I'm correct, I think it's about what? About £10,000, if not a bit more. £10,000, maybe a bit less or a bit more. To yeah, look at that. That's people in America saying 10 to 15,000 US dollars. That's Kazim is in Canada. That's a 30,000 Canadian dollars. Exactly. It's a very evil and toxic mentality. I don't get it. And then you get these people telling you that, oh, you don't love them enough. You are selfish. They made all this. Thank you for making the sacrifices. Let me tell you, I'm a dad. I've got kids. I cannot sit here and start telling you epistles and stories about the sacrifices I make for my children. You know what? It's the noble thing to do. Myself and Victoria, my wife, we're parents, just like many of you watching me. So I cannot imagine. I always say this to my wife, actually, that I'm working hard. I'm doing my very best so that when I'm old and gray, I don't want to wait for my kids to have to keep my house warm or to enjoy a meal. I love my independence. If there is anybody I'm going to ask for anything, it better be my wife. If there is anybody she's going to ask for anything, it better be me. You get the idea. If my children say, "Hey, Dad, here's a bottle of perfume." Oh, I'll take it. I'll say them prayers. I'll appreciate. "Hey, Dad, let me pay for your glasses so you can get replacement. Hey, Dad, oh, let me shave your lovely, sexy gray beard and, so you can look a bit more sexy, Dad, I can imagine me looking all gray and very hot, I'm joking. "Oh, let me pay for your haircut. Oh, this is a nice polo shirt. Oh, here's a wristwatch for your birthday, Dad." I'll take it. But I'm not going to be reliant on my child to have a wristwatch, to have a meal on my table. I think one of the fundamental problems that a lot of the African parents have is lack of financial knowledge. And I can tell you firsthand, I learned no financial lessons from my parents. And I'm not sat here trying to throw them, I'm not trying to throw them under the bus. I'm just being honest. It's a problem most of us unknowingly inherit from our parents because it's a vicious cycle. Most of our parents, some of them have no clue about, it's a different thing that they've sent you to university or they've paid for your degrees and masters. That's not what we're talking about. financial knowledge, how to invest, how to handle money, how to save. You know, in an African setting, oh, dad, mom, get life insurance. And because they are too religious, for the most part, they perch up like, what? So you're telling me you're not going to pay for my burial? Doesn't mean I don't love you. But if you die suddenly, and I may not be in a good way at the time, that puts undue pressure on me and my siblings. Yeah, somebody's saying, yeah, here in the UK, you can get life insurance for as low as £10, £15 a month. You know, it depends on the premiums that you want. It depends on, you know, the sort of payout, the sort of package. Thank you. Lack of financial literacy is one of our major problems. I've met people that would tell you, oh, I've got master's degree. I went to London Metropolitan. I went to University of blah, 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 blah. I've got, I had a degree from Nigeria. I did 2 more degrees here in America, here in the UK. That's not the point. I'm telling you, I can testify to this. A lot of things I've had to figure out myself in my adult life. When I was in my 20s, I made a lot of mistakes because I had no clue. I had no idea what to do with money. There was a time in my early 20s, I had a bloody good job here in England. A bloody good job that used to pay me 1,200, 1,150 after tax a week. I had relatives that used to pinch money off me. I had no clue how to invest. I had nobody to hold my shoulder and say, hey, put some of that money away, put that over there, put these over there. You know, there's something called delayed gratification. Don't buy that car now. Don't buy that Ralph Lauren. Don't pay for that Gucci. Don't pay for that Ferragamo or Prada. Leave that pair of shoe. You don't need £100 Tommy Hilfiger wristwatch. Put that away. Do this, do that. Buy that piece of land. You figure out when you're older, as you grow, and you think, did you know? I remember 5 years ago or 7 years ago, I could have bought that piece of land. So many of us are in that situation. And then you figure out and you be like, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that. Believe me, a lot of these parents, I always say to people, don't forget, let's separate emotions from this. Before you say mom, before you say dad, they are first of all humans like you and I. They have their weaknesses. They have their truckload of failings. They have their unbelievable level of ignorance. Let's not be sentimental. We all love our parents, but when you sit back and you look at them, you look at them and then you realize that, oh, dad hasn't got a clue. Dad doesn't understand. Do you get? So imagine you now, you have emancipated yourself from mental slavery. Your classic African parent is saying, oh, you as a woman, you're 29, you're 30. Oh, you need to get married. You need to get married. But you have a totally different perception of life. And you're saying, no, marriage is not a trophy. I'm finding my fulfillment as a single person. When I find the right person, I'll settle down. Oh, no. Because I'm in my 70s, I want my grandchildren. So you basically want me to go bust my legs wide open, go make babies, just to put a smile on your face. So when I have babies with the wrong person, in a few more years, you die and you go. What happens? I'm left with my own blunder and I carry on with the rest of my life. The vicious cycle carries on. So many people have done this. Because of my mom said, because my dad said. It's selfish. Why can't you have life savings? There are some of our parents, African parents, you know what I'm saying. Every weekend, they go to those parties, right? They go and spray money. You know you are broke. You know you ain't got no life insurance, but you want to go and show off. This person is buying this fabric for their marriage or for this burial ceremony for £300, for £250. You put money on it. You go and spray dollars. The money you don't have, you show off because why? You want to be seen that you're flexing. Then you come back home, you can't pay your gas bill, your electric bill, then you put your undue pressure on your kids. You might call your son and say, hey, I'm struggling. I need to get some. Oh, mom. Okay. And then your son pulls up and said, "Mom, look, I've got to buy uniform for my children. This, my wife. This. I've got to pay this bill. Mom, look, I can only give you £50. Next month I'll see what I can do." Then you get angry. Then you start to attack your son's wife. That your son's wife is the reason why your son is unable to give you £1,000. But the truth is, your son can't afford to give you £1,000. What I'm saying in a nutshell is, we're using these things to destroy the lives of so many. I'm sick and tired of this undue pressure. Most of our parents don't pass on financial knowledge. You know why they don't? Because they never had it to start with. I realize that now. You cannot give what you don't have. So if your parent is saying they want you to transport their dead body to Nigeria to go and bury, I'm going to look at you in the face and in the eyes and say, look, if you pass away today, I'm burying your black ass in England. I'm sorry. I'm burying you here. Maybe you can come back from being dead and take yourself to Nigeria yourself, because it's undue pressure. And don't get me started about burial ceremonies and parties in Africa. It's insane. How can you say you're going to disown your own children if they don't transport your bodies to Africa for burial? It's extremely selfish. And then when you try to explain to them, oh, somebody like me, imagine me being your friend. Somebody like me, most African parents, they will say, oh, I'm like a black sheep. No, I'm just a very logical guy. I think outside the box. It's unfair to inflict your children with undue financial baggage and or pressure. There's another lady that sent me an email that said her mom gets state pension here in the UK, about roughly 1,200 or 300 pounds. Her rent has basically been subsidized. Basically, she has to pay only £15 per week on her rent. I think she has council tax exemption and all that stuff. She gets about £1,200 or nearly £1,300, and then one of her uncles gives her £100 monthly, and she's still hounding. She gets free travel. There's something called Freedom Pass that they give elderly people here in England, right? Pensioners. And she's still hounding her children. You need to give me money, £250 monthly, each of you, to each. She wants about £1,000 extra on top of the £1,300 she's getting from the state. But why? That's selfish. It's just greedy. How about you cut me a slice of some of that pension? Oh, really? How about you cut me a slice of some of that pension? I want about 500 quid of that money monthly. Are you joking? Look, I suppose my closing point here is, I'm not advocating for or suggesting that you love your parent less. But you got to learn to grow some balls and speak up and say no. Because a lot of people have been trapped in unnecessary financial burden, and then you transfer that stress, and then your partner, maybe your wife or your husband, you got your own bills, especially when you got your own family, got your own children. I have a parent that are, blatantly saying, oh, we haven't got any savings. Oh, you've existed on this planet for like 79 years of your life, about 80 years of your life. You can look at me in the eyes and tell me you ain't got no money, and if I don't, then I love you less. You're gonna have to forget about me then, man. These things are breaking families. They're breaking relationship. This guy said, he asked his mom, why didn't you bother to even own a piece of land when you could? Why didn't you bother to even have a few shares or few investments? He said the mother picked up, in response to that question, the mother just picked up a Bible, you must honor your father and mother. Oh, please. So I'm asking you tangible questions. You're telling me I must honor my father and mother. You're trying to scam me, man. You're a scammer. Oh my God. So that makes me disrespectful, right? Somebody also sent me an email saying, dude, the brother sent me an email telling me how he's struggling to survive here in England. He's still trying to regularize himself, and he gives his mom and dad £100 monthly back home. Like, and you know what? Both of them, they already have a home that they've built years ago when he was a kid. He gives them £100 a month to share monthly. That's like what, 47,500 naira monthly. Split it both ways. That's 20. They already get their pension back home, and his other brothers give them money as well. And the parents are saying, they're still saying he's unreliable. He's not doing enough. Do you get what I'm saying? So this guy got angry and he said to them that if you give me further headache, I'm going to cut off the £100. This is why some people think I'm harsh. Look, man, we all get one shot at life. So the way I look at it is, I'm not saying I don't love you. I'm not saying I'm not going to take care of you. But you've got to be reasonable. You dig? So you start telling me, oh, Phrankleen, don't offer me the £500. If you don't give me the £500, I'm going to disown you. I'll give you the scissors. Cut me off. I'll hand you the scissors. Cut me off. And I'll sleep at night. Means nothing. You get what I'm saying? Look, somebody said, let me respond to that. Somebody's saying £100 a month is nothing, bro. Let me correct that statement. £100 a month for Mr. A might be a lot of money, okay? Be careful with your comment. You see, that's another problem we have as black folks. People like to look down on money and act like, even if you make £1,000 a day, let me tell you, man, life is wired differently for each and every person, okay? £100 a month is a lot of money. Believe me. In fact, here in the UK, for some families, £100 is for their weekly food shopping. That's money. Don't say £100 a month is not money. What are you talking about, man? What if that's what you can afford? We're talking about affordability, cutting your coat according to your size. The next guy might be able to afford £300 a month. The next guy might be able to afford £500 a month. Then I've seen persons who gave families back home £50 a month, and they'll get like 3 people to split it. That's what I've got. Please don't say £100 is not money. That's a very, very wrong perception to have about money and attitude. No disrespect. That's a lot of money. Thank you. I love my British people. £100. Okay, let me test you. I challenge you to go broke. Yeah? I challenge you, go broke. Then look through your contact list, your phone, and then ask people to lend you £100. Then you realize that £100 is in fact a big money. Even £50. When people say, oh, £100 is nothing, man, that's not. Oh, I dare you to go broke. Ring people and ask for £50. I'll wait. Then they'll be like, oh, dude, bruv, when you say £50, bruv, let me tell you, man, I'm surprised that some people are acting funny. Like, oh, £50 for 3 people to share. Bro, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. I personally know someone who, based on the type of job he's got here at the moment, he is only able to support his family back home with £60. And I also know someone who is enjoying a degree of comfortability here in England, who sends home £300 monthly. Bruv, it's what you've got. This is why you need to adjust your mentality. What sense is there to be funneling a chunk of money back home? It's not like you're putting it into a project and then you're living in penury. You don't even have 2 pair of shoes here, man. What's the point? Exactly. Thank you, Ashley. People start analyzing your spending activities. If you ask for $50 or $100 and the whole family's analyzing your credit score, oh, you goddamn right. Thank you, man. Happy birthday to me. Thank you. Thank you. So that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying in a nutshell is go and watch my video if you've not watched it, where I said, stop giving money to your family. Go to the homepage of my channel. You see that video. I'm going to link it at the end of this. All I'm saying is, don't allow undue financial pressure on yourself because you want to keep family happy. It destroys people, man. And the whole idea of, oh, you are selfish, this is just the emotional abuse to subject you to, man. You dig? Take care of your parents, but it's got to be balanced. But if they're trying to insult your intelligence and make you out to be a cruel person, a mean person, remove yourself from that situation. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. Thank you for asking. I'm fine. Oh, that's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If here in England, number one thing that basically siphons money from whatever pay pack you get is the roof over your head, your rent, your mortgage, and all that. And the moment you become a family man, it's a different ballgame when you're by yourself, when you got kids, when you got responsibility, you got wife, you got husband. This is the harsh reality, man. And somebody's telling me £100 is nothing. You don't have an idea. There are people in Nigeria as we speak. If you give them £20 right now, right? They will give you prayers from now till the end of the month. Believe that, man. Hi, it's food to send money home. It's good to send money home, but remember you got to take care of yourself too. This is all I'm emphasizing on. You know, at the end of the day, you guys have the final decision. But to the gentleman that sent me the email, if your father is threatening to disown you, my man, don't feel bad about that, man. If and when they die, find the base. There's one thing I love about this side of the world, man. It's we in Africa would like burials. I would never understand it. People like elaborate parties and they expect you to send money. Nah, bruv. Over here, you pay for the space where the body's going to get buried. Find a simple hall, simple refreshments, church service, done. It's just the African things, pointless expenditure. We lie too much in the black community, you know. We present this very fake impression, like we got it like that. So many people are broke. Putting yourself in financial distress over an extravagant parent is total buffoonery. Can't go broke for my parents, especially when I got own family to take care of. Thank you, Ade. Some people can't even save £100 monthly. What are we talking about here? Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's your boy, Phrankleen. The birthday continues. That's me done. I'm not suggesting that you don't love or take care of your parents and stuff, but don't let them. It's, you know, I think, and let me just end on this. I'm actually looking for anyone, I don't know who is watching me. If you're a financial expert, for somebody who's got an extensive background in, you know, finance, investment, property. It might be in the UK, it might be in the US. I want to bring people on the channel so that we can have you talk about investment, money, buying shares, investing money, how to grow long-term investment, short-term investments, buying lands, and, you know, how to get better. How to get better. You know, improve ourselves, man. Monetarily, it's financial knowledge is the way forward. Financial freedom. If you've got that background, or if you know anyone that would be interested, please send me an email, foodchannel1960@gmail.com. All right. For those of you watching, where is my birthday gift? I'm gonna fight you in the next episode, man. Where is my birthday gift? Thank you for the support. I appreciate you, man. That must have been a mistake. It's meant to be episode, I think, 137. I'll change that. It's not 13. I'll change that once I'm done with the live session. Um, Thank you, wonderful people. Take care of your parents, but learn to say no. Okay, learn to say no. Take care of yourself. Don't deprive of your children of what they need. Don't deprive your wife. Don't deprive your husband. Okay, put your immediate family first. And if you're single, put yourself first. Put your well-being first. Put your investment, your finances, your savings first. You know, your future matters, man. Mom and dad are old. They've enjoyed their lifetime. You only get one shot at life as well. This is your lifetime. Save, put money away. Let's get knowledge. Let's better ourselves. And yeah, it's your boy, Phrankleen. I will definitely catch you in the next one. Salute. Bye.